would start with when I begin to massage a horse is Effleurage Technique. Okay, so you've kind of got to create a nice relaxed hand so that your hands glide across the contours of the body. And just a nice firm pressure, nice long strokes. And what you'll see happening is an increase in tissue temperature. So we end up getting the blood capillaries showing up as I work on the horse. So this just encourages relaxation and blood flow, and this is something really simple that you can do with your own horse for basically improving lymphatic drainage, blood circulation and relaxation. So I would run my hands like this across the whole body, and at the same time assessing where the muscles are tight and where they need further work. Okay, so the other technique that I use is compressions, and compressions make up the majority of a massage. So compression technique is using the heel of the hand to work deeper into the muscles. You can also use fist. Okay, so fist, good boy. And what this is doing is obviously we're now getting a bit deeper into the soft tissue. Good lad. And then obviously we've got fingers. Fingers are really good for intricate areas and areas around bony prominences. So then I'd probably look at doing a bit of friction against muscle fibre direction to kind of release the tightness in the muscle fibre. Oh, he's loving that. Okay, so this is a really good response. This is him really enjoying this. So we're just going to work with it. So what you get is you get this. You get like a little parrot lip coming out where they're just loving it. And then you get sneezing, licking, chewing, yawning going on, and they're all really good signs that the horse is enjoying it being done. So you can see also he's getting a really nice sway on in the body. So this is really good. Good boy. So I work using various different techniques until I start to feel that the muscle is releasing. So there we go, we're getting some licking going on now. Good boy. So that's a variety of different compression techniques which make up the majority of the massage. So he's licking and chewing. That's quite nice. And then myofascial release, you know, what's that good? Is a totally separate form of massage. And with that involves waiting for quite a long time sometimes, and you find a place where there's more movement. So you'll sort of do placing your hands either side, moving the soft tissue, and then you'll gradually create a stretch between both hands and just melt the hands into the muscle. But that takes a long time to do, but some horses are very sensitive, so this is a good technique. I like to use my elbow a lot, but again, that's very deep tissue, so I won't go too hard on him because we're not warmed up here. But just as an example, he actually quite likes this as well. I use a lot of my elbow when it comes to working into the glutes, because the glute muscles are actually can be 12 to 14 inches worth of muscle in depth. So, Dad. So you really kind of need to get in there to release off those tight glute muscles. So then I would work my fingers around the point of hip, because we get a lot of muscle attachments into the point of hip region here. And then down into the quads, effleurage to warm up. Then I'll start to use my fists, try and get in there a little bit deeper, and you can kind of start to see here, this is obviously where the body the tissue is warming up. This is a really good example here of vasodilation, where there's increased blood flow into this area. Hamstrings, we get a lot of hamstring issues with horses. A bit like us, we can get quite tight in our hamstrings. There are 3 hamstrings. The biggest one is biceps femoris, which actually stretches all the way from around here and comes around here, in charge of impulsion. So if you've got a biceps femoris issue, then the impulsion might not be that great. Then we have semitendinosus muscle, which is this one here that comes down. This is the bulging one down here. And then we get semimembranosus, which is a little bit deeper and can be seen just in this region here. So if they're quite tight in the hamstrings, they can be quite sore and restrict movement as well. So with this, I will drain. This is a drainage technique, which they actually really enjoy. So just putting some nice pressure on. This might be too much for some horses, so then I would revert to something that was a little bit more gentle. Okay.